Ladies and gentlemen, out of the red corner, fighting out of Kadath Boxing Club, making her professional debut. In the light blue shorts, Emilia Nightmare Novaries. And in the blue corner, the South Mississippi Express, with 32 wins, 14 losses, out of KBCL, Laurie Sweet Cheeks Atravida.
Got two great warriors in the ring right now. Looks like we size each other up. First fight went the distance, Went pretty good, 3 rounds. How y'all feeling about this one?
As I stated before, a professional debut in any fight is exciting to see. Novaries, whom I've never seen fight before. I'm really looking forward to this. I have been able to watch quite a few matches from Laurie, and she has a ton of tenacity, and a lot of people saying that she might even be the best female fighter in all of digital boxing. It's hard to say, but I'm certainly looking forward to seeing how this one's going to turn out.
All right, must have exchanging some hits. Look like they're slugging it a little bit. They're going the distance. And that's the thing is, too, the reach is pretty much right there equal. I think Laurie's a little bit taller, but, it's definitely really close.
Yeah, sized about the same. A few right hands swinging and missing from Emilia Reese. Laurie sees it and expects as we go toward the center once again. Chasing each other around the ring, looking for a shot or an open spot to dive that jab in. Laurie not going for the heavy stuff this early on.
And that's the thing is, too, whenever it comes to pro fighting, it kind of looks like, like it's a little bit slower pace, But once they get right up on each other, it's just, it could be a slugfest, So definitely different fighting from an amateur side. Amateurs is how they go in, want to get the knockout real quick. You got some of them that dances around, but most pro fights I've seen, that's definitely, been kind of, they go to distance as well. So,
no doubt.
I was surprised. I was really surprised in the last match that it didn't end early, to be fair, because, But anyways, yeah, they're pretty good fighters. Those to size each other up, getting some good hits in on each other.
Toe-to-toe in the middle once again. Laurie is starting to punish Emilia, at least technically. Jab after jab is landing while Emilia's trying to find a way out. And they start chasing. Once again, Laurie biding her time on this one. Not going for the kill so early, as I have seen in a few matches previously.
It looks like there's just there's very good cadence going on right now. Good strategy. It looks like neither of them are trying to end it in round 1. Respectful of each other's power.
All right, round 1 is over. No knockdowns thus far.
The ropes, they'll go ahead and throw some body flurries. If you see them coming on the left side, you might see some hooks going on. So just watch for those punches.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And, it's definitely a busy weekend, here at Cryptic Arena. And pretty much, really do appreciate everybody being here. And it's just really good fights going on. Looks like they're in the corner there. Looks like Emilia needs to get out of it. Looks like Laurie's trying to
another right hand, and that one hurt. Doubling back just a little bit. Emilia Novaries heads to the southeast to try to gain some stamina and some composure. Laurie isn't going to let that happen, though. Takes the fight to her.
Laurie with some good blocking there. She's making her miss from those range shots. Laurie's all around very skillful at many things in here. So when you come in the ring with her, you gotta know your stuff.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And to be fair, these fighters are just going at it. Emilia definitely would looking for her first pro win, and then Laurie, Laurie's kind of been on a winning streak lately, hasn't she? She's been in a lot of fights, won a lot, and she's just trying to add another win to her official record. So yeah, and this thing is like you hear these punches, you get knocked the shit out of by one of these fighters. It's definitely going to tell. I mean, Mike, what do you think? You think that you can take a hit from one of these ladies? I mean, they're pretty strong when they're hitting.
I mean, I don't mean to brag, but, I did defeat Pat Boatwright in the 8th grade when he was upset that he took a date to homecoming. Her name was Valerie, and it was a whole thing. Regardless, gentlemen,
right.
We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about these two professional ladies in the ring. So I think by far we should maybe focus our attention on that aspect of things. What do you say, Jack?
Oh yeah, no problem. So, whenever it comes to fighting, like especially whenever you're a pro fighter, like you have to sit there and do constant training. Get that chin healthy. It won't surprise me that if a boxer goes to a gym and they actually take hits to the face like a training, see if they can build up their chin health. So one of these hits, definitely getting hit in the temple or the jaw. People get their jaw broke whenever it comes to boxing. It's just really crazy on what can actually happen. And knockouts has been so bad they had to bring the ambulance, EMS ambulance out there. I'm pretty sure it's been now.
Indeed. I didn't wake up this pretty. It took a lot of work. So certainly, I don't think I would want to, maybe jump into something that would make that a problem going forward.
1 second left. In that nearby chat, you better take full advantage of that 1 second.
A close one it is. As we make our way to the center, right hands are flying from Laurie Atrevida. Did not like hearing that she was behind, at least by a couple of points.
All right, let's out there. Laurie's trying to dance it out a little bit. Maybe kind of getting aggressive, but then kind of backing out. Then you got Laurie kind of going aggressive, backing out. So it's kind of like going from both sides. We want to go aggressive, then back out, kind of testing. What they could push, see what kind of limits they could push, to see if they get a knockdown. I don't think none of them's been knocked down yet. So it's definitely going.
Both of them are respecting the skill level of the other, without a doubt. And yet another right hand from Emilia did not land, but Laurie counters with a right of her own, and that one hurt Emilia Novarese.
All right, they're just exchanging punches.
Mm-hmm. A lot of body shots going on over here.
Yeah, they're just kind of dancing around. Oh yeah, they're throwing the punches right. They're going back and forth. Oh my Lord. It's just the amount of hits. They're definitely going to be bruised up after this fight. That's for sure. If I get punched in the gut one time, I may have to go to the hospital. I just ain't. But you got Laurie, like you said, one time she gets off for this. So, but that's about it. Laurie, being the older boxer she is, and still sitting there and getting in the ring, with the new era, old era, whichever. It's definitely going back and forth pretty good. Look at the exchanging and a clinch from Emilia there.
Hugging it out in the center, some people like to say.
Emilia with that good boxing knowledge off that clinch. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Oh, Laurie's not. She's not.
Laurie is down. I did not see that come in at the starting bell. No joke. Interesting how this one is playing out, going through 3 rounds thus far.
Who would you say is
going for full-on assault right now?
Who would you say is the underdog in this fight? I mean, you got pretty good fans on both ends here.
Absolutely. Myself coming in, I would have picked Emilia, but she has definitely turned that around with her performance this evening. Toe to toe with Sweet Cheeks Atrevida. This is certainly a battle that I was not anticipating. Nova Reese came ready.
Somebody gassed.
Oh yeah, Amelia's going for the attack. I think that was Laurie that was blowing breath there. Yep. Well.
And that is
And
it.
Good fight, you two.
Emilia Nova Reese, the Nightmare, has taken the win over Laurie Atrevida. Sweet Cheeks absolutely feels defeated right now. That was a beautiful match. It really, really was. That was perfect. Everything that I did not anticipate coming into it happened right there in front of us. It was a technical bout for sure.